I woke up nice and early this morning because today is a travel day. I am leaving Guadeloupe to travel to one of the most preserved islands in the world. What's up guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Greg from France. This year I'm traveling to Patagonia and I'm gonna make a film about every destination I go to. I believe the best way to discover a country and its cultures is by going to the countryside. So the plan today is just to hitchhike around the country. Literally the first car I wave to just stops. Turns out to be like the nicest former guy, Peter his name was. Hitchhiking is by far the best way to interact and meet locals. So my friend Pete had just dropped me off and that's when I noticed this gentleman. At first I didn't think much of him. A couple minutes later a truck rolled by. I stuck my hand out and just like that we were off. Riding on the back of the truck, bumping across the hills of Dominica. And that's how my friendship with Charles began. About 40 minutes later, the driver dropped us off. I didn't know it yet, but I had just arrived in the heart of the last indigenous community in the Caribbean. I followed my friend Charles that I met from hitchhiking, and he took me to his village, which is the Kalinago region, which is basically the most original community in the Caribbean. Charles started showing me around his ancestral village, explaining how his people once lived. I had no idea that, by pure coincidence, I had just met one of the few remaining indigenous people in the Caribbean. He and his people are from the Kalinago region of Dominica. His father, Etienne Charles, was a legendary boat builder, and he passed that knowledge down to his son, Augustin Charles. These men traditionally used hand-built wooden boats to travel between Caribbean islands, trading foods and resources with other tribes. By that point, I was hooked, so I followed my new friends deeper into the jungle. Alright guys, well I'm here at Charles' house. I spent a fabulous day with him. He showed me around. It's pretty crazy to think that those people have been living here forever. Charles was explaining to me that when he was a kid, he basically lived in these hills off the lands. They had pretty much anything they needed. Fruits, of course, all type of fruits, avocados, mangoes, coconut. In the sea, they had obviously an abundance of fish. It feels like when you speak to him, he knows in a way what it was like before the Europeans arrived and stuff. So fabulous experience, and honestly this place is phenomenal. Like, it's great. I'm very pleased to be out here and to be as local as it gets, I guess, in Dominica. After a lovely evening swapping old photos and stories, Charles promised me an early start, though it must have been a prank because at 6 AM I was the only one awake. That didn't stop me from hiking to the top of the mountain to take in the view over the Atlantic Ocean. This is a champion's breakfast. Okay. It's even better than it was yesterday, the chicken. As the day went on, Charles introduced me to his family, sharing more about his culture and way of life. He had me tasting fruits I'd never heard of and smelling countless plants, each with its unique and unforgettable scents. Eventually, he took me to a very special place, where the river meets the ocean. A spot that perfectly captures what paradise looks like. This was the gathering place, where the Kalinago people came together as a community to share moments of real happiness. Later in the afternoon, more people arrived with their families. Some were cooking, others washing clothes, and some just playing in the river. It felt like I was witnessing life exactly as it's been lived here for centuries. So I put my camera down and let myself get carried away by the moment. This morning we woke up nice and early because Charles wanted to show me the jungle, because for him it's a very special aspect of living here, spending time in the jungle, working in the jungle. That's where he built his boats, and so we're gonna see all of this today. Just like every other communities in the world, these people have their struggles. The first main shift occurred 500 years ago when the first Europeans arrived. Would they have preferred if the Europeans never came? It's very likely. The second main struggle occurred not long ago. It was the latest hurricane they called Maria. Within 5 hours, it literally destroyed everything, from infrastructures to the nature to killing many people. It literally shattered the country. So I let you imagine waking up and facing that situation and having the resilience to actually bounce back and rebuild everything. It's crazy. By 7 p.m., so within 1 hour, Charles' house was completely destroyed. A house that he built with his own hands, respecting the local Kalinago techniques, using only local woods, spending weeks, months and years building it, spending all his savings on it, just vanished within an hour. Charles' people belong to this land. They have been inhabitants of the Caribbean islands forever, but the modern world has dramatically impacted their way of life. This is a culture that needs support, not just to survive, but to thrive into the future. The Kalinago people carry a strong identity and an immense heritage, and as humans sharing this planet, we have a responsibility to respect and protect that. When I first came to Dominica, I had no idea that two very different worlds shared the same country. And then, completely by chance, I met Charles, and he opened the door to his. There is so much more to say about Kalinago culture. I strongly encourage you to learn more, or better yet, come and discover it for yourself.